What's your age?
33.
And are you single?
Nah, married.
How long have you been married?
Since 2017.
So being married 8 years, how do you keep a relationship together that long?
Pay 100% of everything.
So it's a man's job to be a provider.
100%. You ain't a man if you're not a provider.
You hear that? And that's what your ass get. I hate when these dudes try and placate to women and try and, say stuff like this. Bro, what are you doing? So blue pill tactic, admonish men who don't pay all of the bills in order to gain favor with undesirable single women on social media. And under this video, the comment section was nothing but women. This woman said, that's how you get a submissive woman and respect. That mentality will put a woman in her feminine era easily. You see that? And he knows that. I hate when dudes do this dumb shit, man. There's only one relationship dynamic where the woman doesn't work. And that's when the man is the sole provider. The woman works when the man is the primary breadwinner, when it's an egalitarian relationship, 50-50, when she is the primary breadwinner, and when she is the sole breadwinner. Again, only one marital dynamic where the woman doesn't work. 74% of women in marriages work. Only 26% are afforded the opportunity to be stay-at-home wives fully. And I need the black community to grasp this. I need y'all to understand. Because when you get dumbass dudes like this, get on social media and try and clown men for not, paying all the bills, it's normal. Ladies, look to your left and look to your right. Is everybody that you work with black? Are they black women? Or do you see white women, Asian women, Hispanic women, Indian women out there? Do they work with you? Okay, then. God, dog, what is wrong with the black community, man? You just not gonna sit there and do nothing. Everybody works. Lord.
What gave you that mentality?
Man, I've been had it since I was young. I mean, shoot, if you look at the granddaddies and everything, they was taking care of the bills, and guess what? They was with grandma for the longest. These dudes be in relationships in and out because they not paying 100% of everything. Right. That's the reason why they in washing machine ass relationships.
But does your wife work?
No. Why would I want to do that? Think about it. If your woman worked, that means she pretty much listening to two men. He telling her what to dress, what time to show up, what time to go home. Nah, we ain't doing none of that. She got one man and one man only, so she ain't finna work.
But God forbid something happened to you and you lost everything. How would you expect her to be able to, take care of things?
You're always supposed to look for a capable woman. If she's capable of handling things, that's the woman you want to take care of, because she was handling business with or without you regardless.
What's your age?
All right. Now you seen how he had all that energy in the first video? Look at his demeanor now. And it's quite ironic that he's wearing a red coat, i.e. RP. Now, red pill understanding. Even if you pay all of the bills, nothing is guaranteed, brother. Remember that, and stop trying to throw your dudes, your fellow men under the bus. Crazy ass. Here we go.
I'm 34 years old.
Have you ever proposed to a woman before?
Yes, I did.
And how did that turn out for you?
Newly divorced.
How long was your marriage?
8 years.
What do you think caused your 8-year marriage to deteriorate?
It's one of those crazy things, man. People can wake up and say, I don't want to do this. No matter what's built, no matter what legacies are in place, it's one of those situations where you can't control people, right? I can't control you. I can't make you do something you don't want to do. So, you know what I mean?
But did you provide in your relationship?
First month, quit your job.
First month, quit your job. And again, it's nothing against the men who do pay all of the bills in their household. That's perfectly fine. But when you try and, talk mess about grown men, that's when, it's a problem, especially coming from a black man. Okay? So yeah, nothing is guaranteed, man.
I'm here, I'm taking care of this. So I ain't had to see a bill in 8 years,
So even though you provided 100%,
right,
the marriage still failed.
Yeah, man. Married people want to be single. Single people want to be married. Rich people want to be poor. Poor people want to be,
That's absolutely not true. Rich people do not want to be poor.
Rich rappers want to be athletes. Athletes want to be rap. You know, it's the other side look appealing. You know what I'm saying? And to people who married for a long time, you start hanging out with your single friends, you might miss that lifestyle. A lot of women don't want to be kept put up for real. So
who you think he's talking to? He's talking about his ex-wife. He's basically painting a picture saying that she still wanted to be out in these streets, so she got a divorce. Sound like it's something that women do. I've never seen a guy, kind of place blame on, the woman, but I usually see women do that.
Was it you or your wife that files for divorce?
On her side.
But as a man,
And she filed for divorce. Huh.
and how do you handle the
She filed for divorce after he was paying 100% of the bills and talking mess about other men for 8 years.
mental shift of building a life for 8 years with someone to now just being back on your own?
It wasn't an easy process. Was in the house for the first 4 months trying to figure out what the hell. You know what I mean? Like one of those situations like, yo, is anything not repairable these days? If this is not this and that, let's work it out. Let's fix it. At the end of the day, man, that ain't what individuals wanted to do, man. So, I got no choice but to accept it and move on with my life.
And hopefully you learned a lesson, brother. And like I said, man, I think it's sad. I don't like to see anybody get divorced, but I just despise men who pander because of situations like this. When what old boy say on the Office, when the tables turn tables.
Well. How the turntables.
This is what happens, man. Now you're gonna get a video review from me because I don't like when dudes pander. I wonder how he thinks about these situations now. He may be the guy that is not going to be as generous as he was in the past. Now he's going to get with a woman. He's going to be very frugal with his money.
Imagine a man tells you this. Yeah, I used to be generous with women. I used to take women on nice trips, buy them gifts, pay for dates, all that. But then I realized women started using me for my money. So now with you, I'm not spending a dime until we're married. No dates, no dinners, no gifts. I just want to make sure you're here for me, not my money. Let that sink in for a second. If a man told you that, you'd probably look at him sideways. You'd say, hold up, you want me to commit to you, marry you, and then you'll start acting like a provider? You'd probably think he's being cheap or emotionally guarded. You'd feel like you're being punished for what other women did to him.
And this is, ladies, if you date this man, remember that. He paid all the bills for the last woman, got burnt, and now you up next. You ain't get none of that shit probably, if he learned. But he was like, well, my grandparents and my grandfathers used to do that, so it may be ingrained in him to continue to do that. So you may hit the jackpot with this dude because he ain't learned shit. Nothing is guaranteed, okay? And that's all RP is trying to teach people, man. Be aware, try and vet as best possible. And even if you do vet, it still could go wrong. Feelings are involved. Women make decisions on feelings most of the time. So it seemed like that guy did as well. So shout out to him. Blessings to you, brother.